step 2, let's look at each chunk and let's look for words that are content words, keywords, key ideas. That's nouns, verbs that carry meaning and the content of the sentence. For our first sentence, the Supreme Court ruled against Trump. Chunk 1, I see ruled against. I could replace that, I could unpack that, make that simpler to understand. Chunk number 2, cases were well publicized. Publicized. There's a key word I can unpack, I can simplify. Last chunk, consequential. Another key word I can unpack. Okay, next sentence, we again are looking for keywords, key ideas, more advanced vocabulary that we can unpack. When I say keywords, we can focus on nouns and verbs and the content words of that sentence versus the structural words of the sentence like to, a, and, prepositions, adverbs, adjectives are more, they are not content words because when I think of that word, I cannot replace it with an object, a person, a place, a thing, an idea. Content words like American people. Okay, that's referring to one thing. When I think of thee, I can't connect that to one particular thing, one particular idea, a particular person, place. It's more of a structural word. Let's break down, unpack some of the key words and vocabulary, advanced vocabulary in this target sentence. First chunk, American people have spoken. We could replace have spoken because that is somewhat figurative, idiomatic, an idiomatic phrase, which means it's figurative, it's not literal. We could replace that with American people have sent a clear message, or a majority of the American people voted one way. Second chunk, Democrats have fallen short of the majority. Okay, fallen short of the majority. That is idiomatic. It's an idiomatic phrase, which means it's figurative, it's not literal, or it requires all 3 or 4 words in the phrase to deliver a certain idea or to express a certain idea. Idiomatic phrase versus a single word that can express an idea or represent an idea all by itself. So that's an opportunity with idiomatic phrases or with figurative language to replace that language with something that's a little clearer, a little more concrete to understand. Falling short of the majority. Falling short means we did not win a majority of the votes. That is bitterly disappointing. We could replace bitterly disappointing with the synonym for disappointing. And here, if we're having trouble coming up with synonyms, we can use our tools. Hippo Words is an excellent tool for finding synonyms. Okay, some options that come up: depressing, discouraging, disheartening, dispiriting, disillusioning, dismaying, distressing, disenchanting. How lovely. Saddening, upsetting. Okay, most of these are excellent options. Let's go with discouraging or saddening, disheartening, regrettable, unfortunate. Many of those words we may understand on face value. That is very disheartening. That is very discouraging.